Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Nugi, and this video is for the class project for one of our subject, Kapita Selecta. First, let me introduce ourselves. This is my friend Rohane, Sabrina, Desi, Riri, and Faisal. In this video, we are going to talk about public school and homeschooling. We will discuss about what public school is, what homeschooling is, and we will also compare the advantages and disadvantages between those two. And we will also tell you some of the reasons the parents and the children why they choose their own desired school. But first, why is it important for us to know about this? Why do we need to know all this? As we all know, education is one of the most important aspects in our life. It defines our future and also generally our quality of life. And nowadays, parents and children are given so much more options in which kind of school that they want to be in. Whether it is public school, private school, homeschooling, and even boarding school. It is a very good thing that today we have so much more option and freedom and also diversity in our educational system. But the question arises, how do we choose the best one for ourselves and for our children? Well, because we believe that everyone is unique. They have their own different passion, talent, capabilities, and potential, which in the end will lead to different goals. In order to achieve the goals, a proper and right educational choices is very essential. Therefore, you need to know what each school has to offer, its benefits, its weakness, and anything critical, anything that is important that you need to consider before choosing one. So, first, let us begin with the definition of homeschooling and public school.
Now I want to explain about an overview of school. School is an institution designed or provides learning space or a learning environment of teacher of students under the direction of teacher. And now I want to discuss about public school. Public school is generally referred to primary or secondary school mandates for or operates to all children without children charge and both involved or in part by digestion. And now I want to explain about homeschooling. Homeschooling is the education the education of students at home by the parents or by tutors, rather than informal setting in private school and public school. And the homeschooling is the children study at home individual, non-formal teaching in private school or public school. Okay, next.
So now I want to discuss about advantages of public school. Public schools still have a significant role in preparing the next generation of world leaders. So these are several potential advantages of public school. First is cost. Yeah, as you know, homeschooling is more expensive than public school, and public school is cheaper than homeschooling. Why? Because usually the public school will provided by the government, but different case between public school and private school, because private school is get additional funding through private donors. And the second is availability. Public school provide access to an education for every child in community. So public school is from different level incomes also and different culture. And the next is the diversity. Public school admit all children in the community. Those that attend the school is from different culture and different level community. So each other are exactly not the same. So the next is extracurricular opportunities. The children can choose what they want. For example, like music, art, science also, and sport, because they want to improve the ability beside their lesson in the classroom. So, and the next is advantages of the homeschooling will be discussed with Desi.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about advantages of homeschooling. As we know that in this new era, homeschooling is the most popular alternative education, especially for rich and busy people. So now, advantages of homeschooling divide into two. There are academic advantages and lifestyle advantages. In academic advantages, there are divided into three. The first is excellent education. Second is integrated and consistent education. And the third is better teaching materials. Okay. In excellent education, as we know that homeschooling, the children will get excellent education because the children will more focus and understand about the materials, and it will easy to teach between teacher and students or children to teaching and learning activity. And the second is integrated and consistent education. As we know that homeschooling managed by the same person over a long period of time. And the third is better teaching materials. A homeschooler have access to the best teaching materials available because teaching materials can be selected based on the children's individual needs and capabilities. And the second is lifestyle advantages. Lifestyle advantages divide into three also. There are free time and flexibility. Second is close family relationship, and the third is children get a chance to learn, think, and act independently. First is free time and flexibility. The children will get the free time and flexible to decide when they want to learn, and more flexible to teaching and learning activities. And the second is close family relationship. As you know that homeschooling do in home. So there are family relationship between teacher and children's family. Because teacher come to children's home and there are do teaching and learning activity. And the last is children get a chance to learn, think, and act independently, because children learn, think, and act by themselves first, because they try to think hard to finish or do assignment to testing. Okay, that's all. Next is Faisal Ramadan. Desi Kusuma. Faisal.
Okay, I will explain about disadvantages of public school. First is large class size. The average class size in California elementary school is 30 students, and the number is higher than secondary school. if an average elementary school starts from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and an hour is spent for rest and lunch. So then the teacher split 6 hours of instrumental time between 30 students. And then that work out to just 20 minutes for each student. And the second is bullying and violence.
And fear.
Approximately 28% students ages 8 to 12 reported by bullying, according to data in 209 from National Center of Education Statistics. Of those, a higher percentage of public schools than private school in reported being bullied and also physical attack or violence. And next, will explained by Desi Ratnasari.
Okay, now the disadvantages of homeschooling. As we know, everything has advantages and disadvantages. Based on the explanation, there are many advantages of homeschooling. Then I want to explain the disadvantages of homeschooling. More parents are choosing to homeschool their children because they see there are many benefits of homeschooling, while there are many advantages of homeschooling, and also there are the disadvantages of homeschooling. For the first point of disadvantages of homeschooling is the cost. When we compare with public school, where education is free, but homeschooling can be expensive because we need to purchase new curriculum, and teaching tools can be very expensive. And the other materials like book or maybe computer. And parents who choose to homeschool their children should be prepared to spend more money than parents who choose to homeschool their children in public school. For the second point is socialization. Homeschool children don't have many opportunities to interact with other children if compared with children who attend in public school. Because homeschool children study at home alone and they don't have friends. For the next, lack of facilities. It is quite impossible that homeschooling can be as well as public school in terms of facilities. For classes that require experiment like physics, or maybe it can be hard to get all the materials. And also, homeschooling lack of facilities for sport. For the last, lack of motivation. And the negative effect of homeschooling is the matter of motivation. Some students need to be challenged in their studies. Children who are homeschooled will not have the motivation because most of the students educate sparingly.
Okay, that's all of our explanation. To sum it up, each school has their own advantages and disadvantages. Homeschooling provides the students and the parents the freedom, the flexibility in designing the program, the schedule, and the study activity, while public school offers a standardized educational system for everyone in an affordable cost. And next we are going to show you a video of a homeschool parents that already practice homeschooling in her house.
Have you thought about homeschooling? What are the pros and cons of homeschooling versus public schooling? Well, in this video, we'll talk about it. Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm a homeschooling mom of 2. And today, we're going to talk about the difference between public school versus homeschool. public schooling? Well, in this video, we'll talk about it. Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm a homeschooling mom of 2. And today, we're going to talk about the difference between public school versus homeschool. Now, let's start off with a little disclaimer, shall we? This is in no way a bash to the public school system or public school teachers. I, for one, have some really close friends of mine who are public school teachers. And if there was a way I could just get all of them, put them all into one school, I would be so happy. But that's not real life. So let's dig into some of the differences between homeschooling and public school. Number 1, flexibility. I chose to be a homeschooler because it allows us to have a very flexible schedule. We can, and have chosen to, homeschool year-round, which means that we do 6 weeks on and 1 week off. And the reason we chose to do that is because we want to travel when people are not traveling, and we want to save money because we are able to do things when other people are in school. Now, that's not to say that you can't pull your children out of school and travel whenever you want to. But with homeschooling, you have a much more flexible schedule. Now, we've also chosen to school only 4 days a week, and that might seem weird to you if you're used to the traditional 5 days a week in public school from, say, 9 to 3. We only school in the mornings from 8 to noon on most days. Now, you're probably thinking, what? You only school for 4 hours in the day? What do you do the rest of the time? Think about it. If you're a school teacher and you have, say, 20 kids in your class, a big part of your day is classroom management and getting the kids to and from where you need them to go. When you homeschool, really 10 minutes is equivalent to 1 hour in traditional school. So you're able to pack in all the lessons that you need to get done within a short amount of time, usually 3 to 4 hours a day. Now, some days we do things in the morning and we school in the afternoon. But again, that's part of the flexibility and scheduling of homeschooling versus public schooling. Number 2, individualized education. In public school, there is a standardized way of educating children. Now, I'm not saying that this is a bad way, in no means, so please hear me on this. But what I am saying is that in homeschool, you're really able to tailor the education per each child that you're homeschooling, which is marvelous because you're able to teach to that child's skill and ability. So let's say you have a 2nd grader that is really excelling in math and is really struggling in reading. In a homeschool setting, you're able to really tailor the education to that child by being able to go faster in the subjects that they're excelling at and to be able to slow down and take your time and really work with them through the subjects that they're struggling with. Now, in public school, teachers do really have to follow that curriculum because they do need to get all of those things taught within that school year. And so what happens with your child sometimes when they're either excelling, they'll get bored, or if they're behind, they struggle. And it really causes some tension in the learning environment. Number 3, school happens outside the 4 walls of the classroom. Now, I am not saying that public school children are not exposed to other things outside of the classroom. Hear me out, that is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that in a homeschool setting, you're able to take your homeschool outside of the home. Meaning, we're able to school at the park, we're able to school at the YMCA, we're able to school in the car. We really are able to take the things that we're learning and mold them into our everyday lives. We really incorporate learning throughout the entire day. Number 4 is food. Now hold up, before you start freaking out about the food issue, just give me a second and hear me out, all right? Okay. As we know, America is not doing a great job at supplying our children with good, wholesome, organic foods. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot pack that for your child in their lunches. What I am saying is that there's a lot more food that goes around in the public school system than just what is being served at the lunch table. There is so much sugar in school. Do you know this? I'm sure you do. If I had a class of 20 kids, I would use sugar too. I get it. It's easy, it's a reward, and it works. This is one of the benefits of homeschooling. Now, I am not trying to be crazy food mom here. What I am trying to say is that when you homeschool, you're really able to see the intake that your child is having throughout the entire day. That counts from breakfast to snacks to lunch to dinner to the rewards that you decide to give to your child. Another great part of this is that your children get to be involved in the whole food process. So they get to be involved in making all of the meals, in preparing, in purchasing. It really becomes an entire learning environment. Wait, Another disclaimer in this message. Yes, my kids do eat sugar. Sometimes they have sugar. I try and feed my kids the best meals that I can, and that does not mean that I am 100% always organic. But I can tell you that there is a benefit to eating good, wholesome, whole foods and feeding those to your kids. Man, I would love to virtually high five all of you moms and educators out there that are inside of your school system, in your school districts, making a difference with this food issue because it is a problem. Keep going, keep pressuring them, keep telling them what you want your kids to actually have and how they can source it from local and organic farms. Be their advocates. You are doing an awesome job. Number 5 is testing. As the industrialized revolution happened and the public school system was born in our society, our founders had great and high hopes for what that was going to be. And then standardized testing happened. Who knew? Our amazing teachers in the public school system had to then change their curriculum to what we now know as Common Core and really teach to standardized testing, filling in those bubbles and really seeing how their schools are doing. Again, I do not mean this in any sarcastic way. What I really am trying to say is that with homeschooling, it's relaxed. It's nice because you're schooling your child every single day. You know where they are. You know what they're good at. You know what they need help in. You're able to get behind them and really help them dig in and learn. So there you go. There are 5 differences between homeschooling and public schooling. I hope that this video gave you some kind of clarity and value around these 2 different types of schooling options. If you're a homeschooling mom or interested in homeschooling or just want more information about homeschooling and motherhood, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to see what our day-to-day homeschool looks like and our life in general, head over to Snapchat and let's be friends over there. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi,
Okay, that was one experience that homeschool parents had. And now actually we want to know about others' opinion regarding homeschooling and public school. Which one would you choose if you were to have children in the future? Rohani?
For me, I want to choose public school because public school have children a lot of experience before you study in public school, and the parents have to choose about what the best of public school or homeschooling. And homeschooling and public school, so many different advantages or disadvantages, and maybe their parents to see what about the best of homeschooling and public school. Okay.
So for me, if I become a parent and I have a children, I will choose public school because in public school use curriculum from the government also, and I want my children know how to solve their problem in teaching learning process with their friends. So I will choose public school. And how about this?
Okay, if I'm a parent, I choose public school because public school more effective than homeschooling, and children will get more experience in the school.
Okay, I will choose public schooling because public schooling is a good choice education because children will get more experiences and interaction with other people, and they will learn cooperative learning. Thank you.
I choose public school because I think better than homeschooling, and public school has many advantages that I need as a parent than homeschooling. Thank you.
Okay, for me personally, I would choose private school for my children because with private school we can directly push the potential that our kids have and really develop it in so much more different level than as in public school. So that's all from us, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.